Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. So here we are, Slay the Princess, psychological horror, which means my camera is attuned and my lights are attuned. I made it as dark as possible so that you can still see me, but you know, my face doesn't take away from whatever happens in this game and doesn't destroy the mood. So here we are. Apparently this game has a bunch of replay value, like a bunch of different, like not endings, but you know, a bunch of shit that can happen. So we'll do one run of this and call it a day and hope that we get a good ending. Obviously the name Slay the Princess screams don't slay the princess. We'll see. Normally I'd go for it. No, I'm not gonna do that. But that seems just too obvious, so maybe we don't do that. Let's just start and see what we can see and then make a decision. New game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
History. The dialogue history is empty. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I don't think I can click anything. Oh, hi. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? The game just ends. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Ooh, I like that. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution! Oh, fuck. This might be the one we have to go for. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. I like this, but I also like this. So have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? And yeah. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Hey, I'm a zoomer doomer.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I feel like we're already on a path to rizz up this princess and end the world with her together. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe she's the... Wait, this is not an option? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered... Okay, let's see what he has to say about the end of the world.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How is that the most problematic? No more people. I don't buy that. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back that up? Have you considered maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. We're just gonna go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I clicked too fast, sorry. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Okay. And we said, I guess we are the hero here, we're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Him? Who's him? Semi-conscious. Alright.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm not gonna pick that up.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah. Enter the basement. Maybe this is a very short video.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What? Are these the only two options? Live here or die here?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Woohoo!
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Lie. Huh? Hey, I think I'm here to slay you? Question mark? Continue down the stairs. I like all of these. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Is that... Okay, Meta, sorry for disrupting the vibe here. Is it her real voice? It sounds like there's some kind of effect on here. I like that, because it's giving very strange vibes. What up, girl?
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. I want to talk to her. Let's talk to her first.
Okay.
Holy shit. Nice eyes. What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. I liked one of those. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I'm just gonna be open about that. But I don't... Oh, cool. But I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right. Second one.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Deflect. I've been told enough. I was hoping you to tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from you. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Remain silent. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
Well, yeah. Let's destroy it together.
I believe her.
Let's be doomers here.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
What?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
The two of us have going down here, man. That's fast.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Well, subjugating is strong. I don't have any evidence of her subjugating anyone. You are the one calling her a princess. So remember how I said in the beginning, not trying to kill her is my obvious go-to choice and I wouldn't want to do that? Well, here we are. Sorry. Maybe I've misled you. What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen, what have you been eating? I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. I'm going to keep you locked away down here. Can't trust you. Retrieve the blade. Retrieve the blade. I kinda... Well, there have been some hints in like the game's description that this person might be some like horrible entity. So I'd like to question them about what they've been eating, because, you know, what has she been eating? And if that thing reveals itself to me, we're just gonna go full on ahead and go, yeah, well, let's do it together.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Yeah, well, it kind of does.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. that's hardly relevant.
What? Of course it is. But I want to find out if this is a real person. It is very relevant. What has she been eating if she's here alone?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Are these just the same options? Yeah. Okay, so we go for what's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Don't know if Princess isn't too formal as well, but sure.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Well, it's just like Mario. So, is Princess your name? Yeah.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
No, I want to know your name. Fuck.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
If this ends very quickly now, I'm just gonna go for another run. But we'll see. It's at chapter 1. Same options here. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. This is stupid. Why would she be happy with that? I guess we go for this one here. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Okay, so we are running out of options here. So this just seems horrible. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other. Decide what to do. And everyone is happy when I keep her here? Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Or, okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. I think I'm just going to go for this one here. Because this might play to her emotions that she also can't believe that she's been kept down here. Because this is a little bit aggressive, I think. She's probably going to kill us, we'll see. So let's pick this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
I expect there to be a tonal shift in her voice and just go full on monster mode. So be prepared.
You're
I don't know.
making a huge mistake.
I know.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
There isn't anything upstairs but the knife.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. This seems like it would lead to us bringing the dagger down here again. And I really don't want to do that. So, do you have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Cut me out of them?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Damn, the hero is already rizzed up by her. Yeah. Obviously, I'd be cool with that. Have you not seen Saw?
Out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh no.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Cool. Hey, let me out of here. Try the door. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Cool. Let's return down there. Oh wait, now let's first call
Your
out.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Ominous as fuck. This tiny little person could force our way out of here together. Yeah.
She barely
Oh my fucking god.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Holy fuck.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
They throw the fucking blade down here?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. I wasn't planning on doing that. Fucking game rizzed me up.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Cool.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What the fuck? No.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What?
What are you doing?
Oh, warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
What the fuck is going on with our hands?
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Alright, resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I guess this is what we've seen in the trailer.
I'm sorry.
If you've seen the trailer.
I'll try to be quick.
Yeah.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Why do we have claws?
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, we've been here.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You know, I'm stubborn as fuck. We're just gonna stay saving her again. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I am wise to your tricks. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
For now, the narrator was the one that killed us, to be honest. And she killed the narrator, because she told us that she knows that we are not ourselves.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Voice of the smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
No.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Guess we are on the rizzing path.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright. I'm gonna stay on that same path now. And don't wanna, deviate. Oh, what the hell?
The cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. I am kind of tempted to take the blade and throw it away, but it probably will still end up down there, if that even is an option. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
But...
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. But now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Damn. He's been rizzed up. Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement cracks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Has she changed looks? I think she has, right? She's wearing a crown now, or a tiara or whatever. And her dress is different. The whole house obviously is different. I wonder if this will turn more and more into like a real castle. The more we don't kill her.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
But I don't want to go that route.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Maybe that guy, that new voice, gives us new options in the slay her, and resist department. Maybe there's new stuff down there, because there's now a voice in us that really doesn't want to kill her.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Okay.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
That's the most important part here.
And she called us a hero.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
I might.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Well...
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
So we mark this as a win. We destroyed one world. That's what we set out to do.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Yeah. Doomer to the max here, holy shit.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or another about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. Uh-huh.
I can't believe the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Sure.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Yay.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you.
I like this.
Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
Oh shit, we lost the hero.
But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
Oh man. This guy sucks.
By destroying the world. Apparently, yes.
You killed me. I didn't bring a knife. What happened after I died? I'm sorry about what happened last time. Yeah. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Huh.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I want her to reveal herself as a monster. And we pledge our allegiance. This is what I'm aiming for here. Not total get rizzed up mode. Rescue.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Oh damn, that's close.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Was that the blade back there, or was that the chain falling down?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. I don't know, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Either way, either there's gonna be a jump scare here now, or she just casually reveals herself as a monster.
And then she shrugs.
Oh, no, not.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
End the world. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Do you want to end the world? We're just gonna ask her.
Are you seriously asking her that?
Yeah, I want to know.
Oh, we've been over this one. I do want to end the world.
Nice. Cool. Good to know. Then let's go. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. I just want to leave. We can figure that out the rest later. Yeah, if you want to leave, then let's just leave.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Yeah, sure.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it. because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Before, I don't know if this ends now again or whatever happens here. I feel like this, so far, this type of run playthrough here probably exists already. I don't want to like repeat what other people have done here, but for now we're gonna stay with that option. Let's see where this leads and if we can maybe like deviate from the track.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
We end the world.
Let's see.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
We need to kill the narrator. This is the task.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Did it?
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
She gonna throw me against the wall?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I know.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Explore. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try it together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. Let's go for the try together part, because this is what she mentioned in the previous life.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
What is up with our arms? What are we?
You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Take the blade and slay the princess? You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Kinda.
Taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's fine.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. Cool.
A happy ending at last.
Nice sounds.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Well, we ended it.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
What? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, approach the mirror. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Approach the mirror, what are you talking about?
Don't do this.
We are doing this. Ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, cool. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh, hi. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, shit. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there? Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Intact the entity, destroy your body. Damn, there's a bunch of options. What are you? Let's ask that.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights, what do you mean? What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. No, we are not. What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. Let's go for that.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay, these are the options that we had before. What happens now? Do we know each other? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Cool. Let's go for, is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
True. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Because there's nothingness, okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess, or are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Let's ask her if she's the princess. I don't think she is.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself? Or say nothing. Let's go for say nothing. Oh, okay. Didn't help. The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the vessel she was talking about, or are we the vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Maybe this one turns into another one of our voices.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So what's your purpose? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay, so we are on our mission now to destroy all the worlds, I guess.
There is no exit. but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Cool. So more perspectives, does that mean more princesses? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget. How many more pieces do I need to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Let's go for this one here. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I like that. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you? Let it be. I want to know here.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Sure.
You won't.
Alright. Everything goes dark and you die. Cool. The hero and the princess. Chapter 1 again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just wanna make you aware of the fact that this last achievement that I got is the real Slay the Princess starts here. Cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Yeah, this is just the same stuff from the beginning. So we just go silently continue to the cabin, or we could rizz up the narrator and hope that he doesn't, like, hate us and doesn't make her kill us again. So we go for the Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna pick it up just to see if I can risk this guy so he doesn't take over our body.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Damn. Mouse pointer carrying the blade.
Creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, damn.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. Let's just talk. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. I haven't I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Cool voice change. I wonder if that is because we picked up the blade and went down there.
Step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. Why are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
We could ask her what her name is. Maybe this one has a name. She's more confident. How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Yeah, let's go for that.
Do you?
You're apparently going to end the world. I know that what I've been told, whether or not I believe it, is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Damn. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
A relationship. Are you coming on to me? No. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. Nope. I think we're gonna go for that. Because this seems like it's another type of princess, like that entity was talking about. And we have to bring her more, so we have to free her too. It seems to me like this could end at the same place, that we get taken over by that guy. She's gonna kill us and we're gonna be in that other world again. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna pick the same answers. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? She's gonna bite herself again. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Let's try that. This probably would end up at her eating her arm again. So let's go for this.
I'll be here.
You attempt
And
to
the
make
door
your way
is locked.
out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright, return.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked
No,
door.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Damn. Nice switch of color.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Maybe she knows how to kill us faster.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Hopefully.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Cool.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Uh-huh. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I don't want to tell him, but I also don't just want to repeat everything we did before. Let's go for this one here. Maybe this means that we can resist him a little bit better. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Skeptic.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just proceed. Because I feel like maybe he stops us even before we go down there.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Stupid.
Just
Good shit.
ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's have a look at the mirror again. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward,
Cool,
rub
same
your
thing.
hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Cool. We're not bringing the knife, so just enter the basement.
I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Yeah.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
I guess we do pick it up. Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea? Last time we did pretty much everything the way the rizzed up voice was telling us to it. Maybe we need that guy on our side, or that new voice, the third voice here on our side, to be able to resist the narrator and actually escape. So let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. I mean it. The door to the basement creaks open. revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down
Oh my God.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Sit with her, slay the princess. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
This is open.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before? Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? And I think I'm just going to leave you here actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. Slay the princess. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
In what way?
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who is it for? I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me. I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. And if you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. I think I'm just going to leave you here actually. No, I'm just going to give her the weapon.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
Cool.
I don't know what you're talking about. The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning. I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain? Yes, explain it. Sure, I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing. You wouldn't. I'm not afraid of dying. Are you? A little. You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Damn.
What is she doing?
Well, she didn't care about
She
her
doesn't
arm.
say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
No. Watch in uneasy silence. Look away. We're gonna watch.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
She's not dead. She's gonna
Are you
talk.
sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
If we do, we bring her with
Of
us.
course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she
Moved. It moved. Cool.
She didn't. She's dead.
We've got hair, by the way.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to us?
Yeah.
Do I need to explain to you
Cool.
why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
I hope it isn't.
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Cool.
Well played.
Cool.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Nice effect.
Over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
And yoinked. Cool. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared. Cool. Yeah?
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. I'll trust you. Feels too good to be true.
Cool. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat, you've grown. With oozing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you've finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me, the vessels I've been bringing you? I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? And what if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever? I'm ready to go back. Let's go for this one here. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What does it like? Does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
this is done, do you know what to do? What you want to do? You know that at the end of this, no, we're not going to kill her. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. That's interesting. This opens up actually trying to kill the princess. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Yeah.
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom.
Cool.
But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Cool. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Huh. I wonder if we can turn her more or less kind by, for example, doing the same thing we've done in the first run. Maybe that leads to a different ending. Let's go for this one here. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now.
Ah, okay.
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Cool. So I'd like to know how many more we should bring, but she's probably gonna say more than I already have, but not all that are there, as she did before.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
All right. Okay, ready to go back?
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Cool.
We will meet again.
Cool. Nice.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So she just told us that we've brought her memories and she doesn't need the same memories twice. She wants more perspectives. Perspectives, not memories. So I don't think we should try going for the same thing we've done before. It seems like that even isn't possible anymore. So I assume that this year already is a big decision on what to do. So we won't use the same options that we've done before. So before we have said, here, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending and the Viva la Revolution thing? So let's just silently continue this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't think I'm going to pick the blade up this time. We're just going to go down there, see if
The
there's no
interior of
options.
the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, that's the same voice we had in the first run.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you lie. I think I'm here to slay you. We're gonna go with the silent treatment here for this whole run.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I wonder, we had the achievement that said, oh no, it's not achievement. The second time we looked into the mirror at the end of the world, it told us that we have grown. Maybe at one point we'll be strong enough to yank that chain out.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, we're gonna go here, try this. Gonna check upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here.
Just because
Good
we
luck.
have picked that other option in the first run. Door's
Attempt to
closed.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
And go down.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, this seems very much like the thing we've done for the first time in the first run. Maybe we do try to slay her here, and thus create a new alternative version of when we come back to life, however that happens, and talk to her again. So let's do that.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Back?
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard! Were you lying to me this whole time?
No.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. I am tempted to give up now, because this is another way now, and we've heard a new voice, so, you know, let's give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
No, I'm just trying to get new perspectives.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool. Chapter 2, The Beast.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin. She's going to kill me again, but I died. Yeah, let's go silent again. Let's see what that voice now is.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom?
Voice of the hunted.
Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Smell?
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's approach the mirror
Walk up
again.
to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
We're just gonna continue doing this.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone.
Enter the basement.
Claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Damn cool.
I can smell you.
Ah, cool.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
Is this a
The walls
tail?
are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Yeah, sure.
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Cool.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Explore where? Don't you hear that clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see you. I see right through you. We don't have to kill each other. You know that, right? Move. Stand still. Does she seem like someone that we can talk to? I don't think so. But if we move or stand still, we might immediately die or just enter into fight mode and there's no more talking here. So let's go for we don't have to kill each other.
There's a shift in the humid air and something lunges
damn.
from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce but full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver,
Okay.
too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Oh, what?
You are in a dark and caustic place.
What the fuck?
Fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You
Damn.
itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Cool.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Nope. Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. I have my steel claw. I could use it to hurt you. Explore, claw and bite. Fine, you can leave. You can leave, just let me go. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
Fine, you can leave.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
Cool. And then?
And then? It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Cool, he's gone again. You can feel it churning in the forms around you and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
Did she puke us out again?
This place is cold.
Cool. But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is not the end for you, but this is the end for you, but it is not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Yeah.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
It's the end for you, but not for me.
What
Just to see what that
whatever awful thing I
leads
felt
to.
before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death.
Cool. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Damn. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Cool. I approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Damn. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate you. I think I hate you. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct, a predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Cool. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Cool. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. So this seems to me like we are like forming either a new world or a new person by adding on new characteristics. And I like the fact that we've given her 2 tough ones now, because we need that. But I am kind of tempted, or well, tempted is a hard word here. I would like to go for more softer characteristics. I don't know how we get them. We still have those options that we keep talking to her. The one that where we don't bring the knife the first time around and use that "we're just gonna stay here" option. Maybe she goes wild after that and we find a new person. Let's ask this here. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
All right. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Damn. Bring the beast to her. Oh yeah, this game, by the way, has 97 achievements, so...
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Or killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Let's go for this one here, because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Are we? Okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, so this was just a question. Got other options here. Let's go for this here. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Sure. I guess we can keep asking questions here. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more
yeah,
birds,
we've asked that.
No more trees.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
So this seems like there is a time option here. So if we pick that option of let's just keep staying down here and not free you, maybe this actually leads to her getting out and leads to another character. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. We've had that in the first one. But we're gonna pick it again.
We'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
This was different.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
Not bring the
The door to
knife.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to save you, just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
We're gonna go for the talking options. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right, but I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Still have a few more questions.
There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
What's your name? I don't know anything about you. If I'm the first person, this eating stuff. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. I think we're gonna go for this one. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I'll decide what to do. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. Okay, let's go for... Here. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Cool.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Nice.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Retrieve the blade, lock her in the basement. Let's get you out of here. I don't know if this is already enough change to have another person. It probably is, considering that there's 97 achievements. Although this is kind of interesting. Maybe I'll go for both. Maybe we'll do this one now and this one next time.
can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the camp.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
This is very close to the first one.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock. Is someone else here?
Hey, get me out of here.
Pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
We've got options here now. We can resist the first one,
Sound through the whole ordeal.
and don't resist the second one.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I can't warn her? Oh no. This is because we've picked that. Okay. I guess we go for the last slay the princess.
There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Fuck.
You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No, I wasn't. Fuck.
I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor.
This is
Your
the
body
same
unresponsive
one.
as your
Oh no.
blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Although she's got less wounds.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. everything goes dark.
Okay, there's difference here. She also said, I don't know what's gotten over you, so there is maybe a little bit of a wiggle room. The witch. Cool. How many positives are there?
You're on a path.
We could try that lock again. That lock her up next time.
Is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of déjà vu. Sure.
A terrible sense of déjà vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Sure.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's go for this one here. This is more than just déjà vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will... Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Because there are probably options to, like, not send that entity new bodies. And I don't want to accidentally pick one of those. So, continue.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? Reach forward and rub your hand against... No blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Skitters?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
Cool.
Thank you.
Damn, cool.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
She's cool. I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk about it? Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close by you. I'm leaving. Bye. Let's go for this one here. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure we've made mistakes. Let's go for this one. Something bigger at work.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Let's go for sorry. I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me? I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Alright. Okay. So I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Cool.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Nice.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, let's leave. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Let's just leave.
Yes, let's.
And hope she doesn't kill us.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
We're gonna trust her. Step onto the stairs.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up.
Okay.
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Maybe she can still drag us out?
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I can't get up. You broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you get out of here. We were never going to get up those stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other. Yeah.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Sure, then go.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh. You're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Uh-oh.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
Oh no.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there?
Is it closing in? He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
This is still a success. Huh. But you didn't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where does she go? And there's that mirror again.
This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing are, you better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
Cool. You've unraveled. Damn. You find yourself on the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. She was cool. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Cool.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Wait. Something here. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the Narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a Narrator? Have the vessels had one? I want to answer a question. Let's go for here. No, Let's go for there's trees and stars, and there are people.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Cool.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Let's go for this Narrator question.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
No, he lives in the world. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. We're going to get some answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth.
I guess.
The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Cool. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? Probably not.
If I did, I would already be awake.
True. If If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here forever if I have to. Nah. How many more vessels?
1.
Oh, cool.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Cool. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
I will try to go for that positive one where we leave her down there.
I'll be here, waiting for you.
See what happens when she realizes that we are trying to leave her. Cool.
You're on a path. You're here.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Do I get some type of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Reward? Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Sure. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
Stupid.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade is your implement.
Oh, I have to take the blade. There's not an option. Shit. Alright.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the prince.
See how many options we
The
get.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hi, I think I'm here to kill you. Yeah, let's go for that. Honesty.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
I will.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Cool.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here? She's gonna say too long. We had that. Okay, there's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me no, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do. Examine the chains. I'll see what I can do or slay the princess. We will not do that. Let's go for this one first.
Fine. What do you want to know?
Okay. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Okay, now we've asked everything.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
We've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away down here for at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm gonna go for this one here. I don't know where this leads or how this leads to a different ending, but I'm trying to go for the most positive ending here, so we're gonna get her out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Besides me cutting you out of here, I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere. Let's go for the first one.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the base. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you...
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Just so she hears that we aren't doing this
here
freely.
To slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let's see if we can actually resist
You make your
that
way back to
takeover.
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess approaches... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Yeah, we can't do anything. Shit. Alright. Let's see where this
Bring
leads.
the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Cool. Give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
Oh, damn. World Star?
You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
Sure, step on me, mommy.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool. The tower.
You're on a path. You're here to...
We're not going to tell this guy. So, proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Cool.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Cool.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Ah, yeah. Emo time.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall and what are you talking? You reach
Again.
forward. We should
Alright.
count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Damn.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Jesus.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Sheesh.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
Damn
towers
cool.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
This doesn't look like a chain that she can just remove.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
Never
I
mind.
told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Yeah.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Cool.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well,
nothing.
Be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can't be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I am yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
I am yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Cool.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Cool.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Ah, cool.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Damn, okay. And what if I don't believe? What happens then? I have to? It's over, I'm sorry? Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
This is cool. Take her hand. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
It's the end for you, not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are we a raven? Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh damn! The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Some. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? Huh?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror. Ooh, damn, I can destroy the mirror. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along?
And that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris?
People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? And what is my true identity? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Cool. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
All right. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
What? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me, a god. I always knew I was special. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
No. That's a part of everything. Are you a god, or were you a god? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is the princess? Did you make her too? Why would I want to rid the world of death? Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Death of the author, run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Uh-huh. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her lie. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. I'm not going to slay her.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Bye.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Cool idea. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Do you hear our conversation? I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? Let's go for this one.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature.
Oh shit.
Isn't it?
Get roasted.
When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling to me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Let's ask her some questions. I want to see what they have written here. This is really cool. Although, let's go for this here. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? I guess this is just for me to, like, become form.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Say a word.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts.
Oh shit.
You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action.
I was just going to ask some questions, man. We are gonna leave.
With the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I miss when that was you. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed you if I knew what you were. You were consumed by your own ego. I won't engage with violence. I miss when that was you. Remain silent. I miss when that was you, I guess.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her. Behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
Cool, these are all the princesses that we freed.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. I have already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. I don't want to fight her. I'd like to see what they have to say here. Let's continue. I want to see what all of these have to say. We are going to surrender to her and just go with her. But I want to see what the others have to say. If there are no limits, then there's no difference between growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover. I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships, and it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
You're right. Without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would be all alone. Yes, without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would be all alone. But if we had no desires, would being alone be so bad? You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. Cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. Without desire, we have no need for a relationship. I like that.
And it is through those desires that each of us found the other. And it is through each other that we will find our freedom.
To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
The path is just a metaphor. I want to protect them. I don't want to keep anyone still. What does the path matter if it always ends? I won't engage with this. I get it. There's no need to fight. I want to protect them.
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
I was blinded by emotion, we both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. This seems to me like that we could still use one of these options here and get to a final decision where we try to slay her, I guess, since this is a fight, or surrender to her. I would agree with her. Surrender is a hard word here. So I want that feeling back.
It never left you. You just need to open your heart to me once more.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. That is kind of a good answer here. But I also like, I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? Let's go for I never wanted to fight. Oh, whoa.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Cool. Take her hand. Splash that glass. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Ooh, growth. I like this. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now? Step into the infinite. Yeah. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which can contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Cool. There are no endings, only new beginnings, says this achievement. This is really cool. Our song finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. Good ending. Oh, join the Discord, join our mailing list, explore, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, return to main menu. I'm good. Cool. This has been very cool. Cool game and cool concepts. Really intriguing to see what the other options are, what other princesses, I guess, we can free here. And also what would happen if we actually fought her. Would we be stuck in whatever we are, or whatever form we are, and never be totally free? I like that. I also like the idea that she represents death, although she already said that she isn't death, she just inherits death inside of her, so and it has to exist, can't just have no death, it's a part of everything. I like that concept, really cool, nice game. So how long has this been now? About 3.5 hours, cool, that's a good runtime. Yeah, I guess I don't have anything else to add here. This is a really cool game, and check it out for yourself. There's obviously a lot of replay value here, since, you know, 97 achievements. We have... how many? I'm not gonna count that. Not 97. Oh, here, 20. We've got 20 of 97. Cool. Really cool. Alright, this is it. This has been Slay the Princess. Thanks for coming by. I hope you had fun. See you around in the next video, and let's see what else, what other cool games we can find. Until then, call your grandparents. This is really fitting here, somehow. Because, you know, they'll be happy about that. Alright, cool. Thanks for coming by. Bye.